What saved the run was Twitch chat breaking twice. That's possible. What does Ogbomo show mean? It means love. Hey, Tilton. Enjoy the Matrix Rysec. I may play Teamfight Tactics later. We'll see. I've been enjoying Teamfight Tactics a lot. Put another video out on YouTube this morning. We got a couple of those talking about the game now. 15 damage gains us 250 gold. And we go to this store, and then this way. It's an okay act. Sort of reliant on the store being good, but it's hard for stores to be that bad when you have 350 gold at the start of a run. Because you can take a lot of different things at the start of the run and have them be good. Like, you just need anything that's better than strikes and defends, just about. Did I watch any of the cricket today? Worried about the semifinals. I did not. Brawlers, thanks for the 2 months. Ogbomo show to you as well. Did New Zealand play today? Did they lose? New Zealand has not been doing very well the last few games. Oh, they very lost. Yeah. Our batsmen have not super been showing up. Hey Zeddy, thanks for the 25 months. Holy moly. Ogbomo show to you too. Rectify, hello, hope you're doing well. I think I'll be doing a 24-hour stream anytime soon. 24-hour streams make me miserable for the week after. Like, it's very apparent to me that they are fucking me up. So, I don't know if I'll ever do another 24-hour stream. Seems like 16-hour streams are a lot healthier, and people enjoy those too. "24-hour streams are a young man's game." Possibly just when you're younger, you don't recognize how fucked up you're getting by doing that. I want to take a leg sweep, but then I have to really get damage at the store. Leg sweep's a, you know, barely quality card, though. Deadly Poison, Bouncing Flask, Footwork, card remove. 150, 280, and a potion. This is not really damage. This isn't really very much damage either in our deck. This one and this one? Maybe, actually. Just to be able to kill an elite. I'm asked to do 24-hour streams. Man, streamers need to unionize. There are some fun, like, conglomerates that small streamers can join that sort of function like a union. My channel is large enough that it's weird, like if you have 100 viewers, in order to talk to advertisers and stuff, you really need somebody talking on your behalf. But if you have 1,000 viewers, generally, things are a lot easier to do. I don't know what to do. I'm actually thinking the Endless Agony is pretty good. Endless Agony steroid potion. It's such a miserable thing to do with 250 gold, buy an Endless Agony. It just doesn't feel like I can remove a strike. So... man, this has not set us up to win the run. Footwork's just a very good card. Let's get one very good card and then we can spend the rest of our gold on not dying right now. Let's get the poison damage. I'm gonna trust the poison damage. I'm not gonna buy the Endless Agony. Do I ever consider letting Endless Agony multiply and not using it all at once? Sure, there are sometimes situations like that with like kunai in your deck or something like that. It's hard to say that there's any specific situation where it's most common. Normally you just play it a bunch. When you draw it, it doesn't deal any damage if you don't play it. I will take a Sucker Punch. That sounds actually great. The effect doesn't have a multiplying card like Anger or Endless Agony. I don't know, whenever I draft Claw it seems like I have 7 of them afterwards. I'm not sure why that happens mechanically, it's just something I've noticed. This is bad. Oh, hello world, there you go. Good call. I start out with so many viewers. I think, are you talking about Twitch Tracker Zero? It's because it doesn't track more than like 3 years back or something, and I already had some viewers from before then. Grand Finale, Flying Knee, Accuracy. Also, I started out streaming after working on Long War 2 for 6 months when Long War 2 released, so there was a pretty significant audience of people who wanted to watch the content that I was creating, since I was like the legend balance tester for a game that just came out, and they wanted to see how to play the game. I don't know about Flying Knee. I guess I'll take it. It's just a very uncomfortable situation to be in. Finale, you dare me. Boom. Did it. You didn't expect that, did you? Damn, that Jorbs, he's crazy. I dared him to do something and he outdid any of my expectations. My Twitch chat has been passed down in my family for generations. That's true. I was born into Twitch streaming. I just wasted an entire energy, but I think it was right. It didn't feel good, but I think it was right. Did I ever unironically pick Accuracy back in the Ascension 15 days? Accuracy's pickable. Like even at Ascension 20, you need a very specific deck, which is lacking a very specific thing, but if you have it, you can pick it. You need a deck that like plays a bunch of shivs and doesn't have any scaling. Ouch. I don't think Fear Potion was worth 7 health there, but if I die, I'll look like an idiot, so... Need to deal 7 damage. I drew 6, but I have full block. Perfect. Can I talk about my Pokemon conspiracy theory? Can you remind me what it is, and then I will? My Pokemon conspiracy theory. Yeah, if you tell me what it is, that'd be great. I'm a Pokemon on 151 Truther. No, there are 152 Pokemon. There are 152 Pokemon, and people who think otherwise, I just don't understand. I just don't understand you. Doesn't mean I hate you, I just don't understand. There are 6 Pokemon. Wonderful. Which Pokemon is your favorite of the 6? Am I morally opposed to selling to my audience? I don't have a pile of G4 sitting behind me. I have a thing on the screen that's advertising quest mode. Just saying. No, I'm generally not morally opposed to... Obviously, I have to make money to eat, right? And I do okay off donations and the stuff like that. But if I want to, like, afford a house and stuff like that, it's nice to also get advertising revenue sometimes. But I don't generally just... Oh, I just skipped an energy. I don't generally advertise stuff that I think is like terrible or anything just because they're paying me. Generally, when I do sponsored content, it's because I think the content looks really interesting, and then, oh hey, I can get paid to do it as well. That's cool. There's no evidence that Pidgey is a real Pokemon. You're pretty sure it's just a regular bird. I think that too. Pidgey and Rattata. I think that's like... That's how they trick you, right? And pigeons are honestly just the rats of the sky, so they're both rats. You know, doves are just white pigeons. How weird is that? It still viscerally upsets me that that is true. And we're like, oh, doves are so pretty. They're fucking flying white rats. It's weird. What was the hesitation there? I don't know. I might have just been thinking about what I was saying. I don't believe I can fight another elite here. It's too likely to be Gremlin Knob. I did not tell you you could send me push notifications. Holy shit. If it is Gremlin Knob, I might win. And if it's Lagavulin, it's free. Nice, it's free. We have 2 words for those animals. Yeah, we do, Gwathelid. Yeah, we do. It upsets me too. It's fucking weird. But yes, in our culture, like doves are like released in celebrations and stuff. Like they're birds representing peace. It's weird. Have I used the sort function yet? I don't think it's very useful. I don't know. I'm very used to looking at the cards arranged, like I've been looking at them for the last 3,400 hours, so I'm not sure how much use I really get out of that sort function. We have a letter opener, and we're picking between Crippling Cloud and Piercing Whale. Because I have an upgrade available, I'm gonna take the Crippling Cloud. It's just one of the best upgrades in the game. I don't think the store is great. If I take 4 damage here, I heal off the fight, so let's do that. Are new potion buttons too big, or does it not matter because I don't use potions? Streamer reads mean Twitch chat messages. You ever seen those YouTube videos? They get like the celebrity and they read the mean tweets directed at them. Fuck, now I'm thinking about the YouTube algorithm again. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck. Those videos are just 100% because the YouTube algorithm likes them. It goes all the way down. I fell for it. Totally did. God damn it. Piercing Whale or Caltrops? I think we maybe have enough poison damage that Book of Stabbing's beatable without the Piercing Whale, at which point... Or without the Caltrops, rather. At which point I just like Piercing Whale. Piercing Whale is really good against Book of Stabbing if you have poison damage ticking on it, obviously. Have I ever thought about how a little tweak in Google's search algorithm would cascade into events that would drastically alter the course of my life? I have watched that happen over the last 15 years. I don't have to like think about it in theory. I have sat here observing that happen to the world. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and let the Guardian debuff me here. Who buys a bed then wants to buy a second bed within the month? Maybe the first bed didn't turn out so great. Is that weird? What, you don't have like enough money to just buy a second bed after you don't like your first bed? You're probably one of those people who actually tries lying in the bed before you bought it, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Google making changes to their search algorithms put some small companies out of business. Yeah, my parents have been running a business that sells books online through Amazon for a very long time, like 15 years or something. And their like success is very heavily dependent on exactly how Amazon decides to organize the way that traffic runs through Amazon. Like, and it's completely out of their control. And then depending on what Amazon does, they like have to adapt to try to do well after Amazon makes that decision. It's weird. It's weird. I'm glad that you slept on your couch in the store before you bought it. Good thinking, leet fuck. Good thinking. Hey, man up. There's a whole cottage industry of search engine optimization people who can whisper to the algorithm. Yep. I spent some time studying. That's probably the wrong way to put it. I spent some time like reading about that and trying to work out how it all worked. I do some of that with my YouTube videos. Like I have a body of Slay the Spire videos, right? And I want this to be discoverable for people. I want people to be able to find those videos and enjoy them. I don't try to exploit people's attention. I'm not trying to hook people with my videos. I don't edit them in ways where it's like, oh my god, it's a cliffhanger, I have to watch the next one, or anything like that. But I do want my videos to be discoverable to people who are like on Google and stuff so that they can get to them and enjoy them however they see fit. And so in order to do that, something that I do is I tag runs with like the general, like this is a Slay the Spire run sort of tag, but I also tag runs with interesting things that are more specific that happen in a run. So if somebody Googles like Slay the Spire Barricade, because I have a video that is a run where Barricade did well, they may be able to find my video. And then they've gone from Googling about Barricade to being like, oh, there's this whole collection of cool Slay the Spire videos that I can watch now. So I do a tiny bit of that. I crop whenever I take a break from the computer to use the bathroom. My editor scrubs through once, and if my editor catches it, then it gets taken out, and if my editor doesn't, it stays in. That's how that actually works. I think Coffee Dripper is fine with meat on the bone, and this is like a fairly strong deck. I'm on the third slider of Slay the Spire Barricade search. Is that good or bad? I don't know what slider means. I see myself as the second Slay the Spire barricade thing when I search on Google. I also see myself as the 9th. You didn't find my videos with Slay the Spire shovel. It's interesting. Anyway, this part of the job is just miserable. This stuff that I'm describing doing, this is why I didn't like consistently make YouTube content at all for a long time, and why now that I have YouTube content going up daily, it's because my editor is doing it. Because it is so unenjoyable. It has absolutely no correlation or relationship to what I enjoy about this job. It's just some stupid fucking thing that I have to do because there's some like dumb algorithm and that's how people get recommended what they want to watch. Baby rage, baby rage. Baby rage. Sour, please. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Like in every job, like in a lot of jobs. There are not a ton of jobs where there isn't anything that is miserable to do. I like streamers who can play the game and talk to chat. Actually, one of the reasons that I play Slay the Spire over other games is that I think it's really easy in this game relative to other games to sort of pace how I'm playing, so that I'm getting to talk to people in chat and also getting to play all my cards. That's one of the things that I really enjoy about this game as a streamer. I like the game a ton, of course. I don't know if this is Escape Plan or Piercing Whale, but I also definitely appreciate how easy it is to stream it and interact with the audience. Escape Plan, Piercing Whale. Escape Plan's better because of letter opener here, but I'm not sure that makes it so much better that it's outdoing Piercing Whale, especially when I have a bottled, well-laid plans. So Piercing Whale sort of always gets played on a good turn for it. This is tough. I don't know about this one at all. I'm gonna go for Piercing Whale. Coffee Dripper bites. Okay. So we want as many elites as we can get, because our deck's actually really strong right now. Teamfight tactics demands full attention after the first couple of turns. Hard to see reading much chat during that kind of game. It's definitely tougher. It's a game where you're trying to manage your attention and you only have so much of it, and using your attention correctly is a large part of what makes you win. So yeah, I don't actually know that I can stream that game. It's also a game where probably like having a higher win rate than everybody else is what's gonna make you like have a bunch of people want to watch you or whatever. I take the damage. I don't know. I'm enjoying the game a lot right now, that's why I'm playing it at the moment. Not Jax there? I've got so much poison damage. I don't think I need Jax in this spot. Lots of strangers offering me unknown substances. Speaking of which, I'm thinking about going to TwitchCon this year. The transitions. So if you're going to TwitchCon, actually I have tickets to go to TwitchCon, but I haven't bought a plane ticket yet. And F2K is like setting up a studio in LA. And one of the reasons that I want to make the trip is that I want to go see the studio after it's done. TwitchCon's in San Diego in like late September. Right? That's the right month? I think so. I'm not sure whether I'm like actually going to go to the event versus just like going to LA and seeing the thing though. I just played Byte and nobody saw that, fortunately. Fortunately, I'm alone in my room and nobody's watching me play this game. Any expansions or one not planned for Slay the Spire that we know of? Yeah, 1.1 came out on the main branch like yesterday or the day before, and the 4th character was spoiled in that. It's going to be purple. It's going to have purple energy or something like that. Let's grab a well-laid plans upgrade. Campfires are really good for us because we never have to rest, so we're just upgrading all the time. We've got all sorts of good upgrades. Yeah. Purple Bird Dream. That sounds incredible. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, though. Is Finisher good here? Dunno. So Gremlin Leader is going to attack. I'm trying to work out how to leave the fight with the most health. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded Bite. Definitely shouldn't have discarded Bite. Well, I tried. Nori's is your least favorite relic. Hovering Kite is probably my least favorite relic. That relic has so many just really gross interactions with other things like Tools of the Trade and Gambling Chip and Predator. Oh, the Predator one is really bad. Not like actually like game balance things, but mechanically the way that it interacts with them is just very unpleasant. I think I want to go this way, get the store later instead of earlier. Frozen Eye is the worst? Frozen Eye is sweet. I'm gonna take the specimen happily. The specimen makes the collector fight a lot easier for us. I feel like I'm not really using the +3 strength on turn 1 all that much. The thing is, there wasn't anything to transform anyway. The other options at the Jax event are we get Jax, but I don't think that was great here. Or we transform 2 cards, but I'd just taken bites, so that didn't seem so great either. It means there's no strikes left to transform. Could have played a bite there. You can transform bites. Yes, they are colorless cards though. So you get colorless cards when you do that. Colorless cards are not generally very good. How do kite and tools interact? You like have to... You have to discard 2 and then you draw another one and then you discard 1 or something like that. Like, as a player, you really want it all to happen at once, and it doesn't. I did miss out on that Beyond Dessen. I did miss out on that. Can it transform into an apparition? I don't think so. Because an apparition's an event card, not a colorless card, technically. So I think that's a no on a technicality. Ornamental Fan could go off in this run at some point, I guess. It feels pretty weak. I don't think I'm confident enough in the collector fight yet to be not taking it. Can you transform Ritual Dagger into Apparition? No, I think they all transform into just colorless cards. I don't think you can transform anything into an event card. Yeah, it would be good with Cloak and Dagger later. It could be good with like an attack potion, or even just with well-laid plans. I could set up a turn where I got some good value out of it. Are there any games I don't find particularly streamable that I stream anyway because I enjoy them, or vice versa? There are no games that I play on stream that I don't enjoy. That's just not a recipe for a particularly good time. In terms of games that I enjoy a lot but don't stream because they're not streamable, I'm sure there's something. The thing is I don't play them anymore. Because I don't play a ton of games off stream. So it's hard for me to like remember what they would be. But I'm sure there's something like that that has happened in the past. The Galaxy Brain is happening to choose one there. Was that a situation where I could have Piercing Wailed? I need the Piercing Wail for later in the fight, is why I'm not using Piercing Wail there. Total War Warhammer 2, yeah, that's probably a good example. I don't think that streams super well, but I do enjoy playing it. Thing is, I only enjoy playing parts of it. I don't actually enjoy playing all of it. I think the beginning of that game's alright sometimes. Not exactly a glowing endorsement. But considering that let's see. This says I have 300 hours of it, so there you go. We got block cards, and we got poison damage cards, and that's the deck. It also bites. Heard the new Total War game is real good. I have not tried it. I've seen a few other people playing it, and it seemed like they played it for a while, so I guess they were enjoying it. But yeah, I haven't personally tried it. Oh, the testes are the collector's eyes. Things that I just said out loud. Yeah, I actually didn't get that until right now. Alright. There's not much reason to play Bite here, is there? Because it costs me an energy. I think it would just make it so I had another Bite in my draw pile next time through the deck, which doesn't actually seem good. The collector does sit on a bird skull throne, and it's like got a fire in it or something. What's the light source there? Is the collector sitting on top of a fire? Seems uncomfortable. It's a lamp. How can you be sure? Oh! Oh! That was beautiful. That was one of the most beautiful things. I should start doing a lore series. I know surprisingly little about the lore for this game, considering how many hours I've spent playing it. Like, I know that the champ is a 6-year-old in armor that's way too big for him, but other than that, don't know much. But I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. Got Malaise or Corpse Explosion with 2 piercing whales. I believe this is a Corpse Explosion. Is it a Corpse Explosion? Maybe it's a Malaise. I have not done Twitch Sings yet, no. I would never win without chat's great suggestions. That's correct. Did everybody see the last time I asked Twitch for suggestions? I tweeted this. Let's find it. Twitch chat, what would you do here? I'd cry then die. Abandon run. Die. Save and quit. Die. I would die. Die. I would dig. I'd kill the leader. Die. Die. Play Ironclad. Die. Roll over and cry. Dig. Save scum. Die. Abandon run. I'd die. Dig chat. Use potions. Never do the maths. Maybe use a potion. Play my cards. Abandon run. Abandon run. Potato. Run. I would panic, I would rip, we die, I would kill them, become ethereal probably, abandon run and play teamfight tactics, abandon run, sit in a corner and cry, dig. I would ask Jorbs what to do, rage quit, abandon run is the ultimate block card, dig is the only option, block, I would dig. I would have found a shovel and dug, dig, escape and then click retread. I don't know what that means. Dig, use claw, win. Win! Oh, somebody's got the right idea. Dig, definitely dig. That's what I got the last time I asked you all what to do in this game. Just by the way. Alright, let's take a corpse explosion. Not a great Snecko Eye. I think it's actually like an actively bad Snecko Eye. This deck likes 5 energy a lot though. I'm going to take Runic Dome over Snecko Eye here. Is Specimen Poison blocked by artifacts? It is, yeah. Which one was the correct play? Oh, I just like very easily won the fight with 30 health or something. Like it. I just like played my block cards when I got attacked and played my damage cards when I didn't and won the fight with 30 health. Yeah, but it was really great to solicit feedback from Twitch chat, I can tell you that. A lot of fights this act. That's Twitter, not Twitch chat? No, that was that's copy pasted from Twitch chat. That was Twitch chat. Yep, that was Twitch chat. The great thing about chat's advice is it's game agnostic. That is the most complicated way you could have possibly chosen to say bad. If you have an artifact stack and you drink Snecko oil while confused, does it take the artifact? I don't know. Do not know. Whoa. Oh, that was corpse exploded. Okay. Any plans of a RimWorld stream anytime? I never plan RimWorld streams, they just sort of happen. They burst from my head like Athena. Why no backstab? Because I want to be able to draw my stuff like footwork and corpse explosion, and I don't want to draw backstab. Backstab's like alright, but it's, I think, a below average card in this deck already. And forcing it to be on my turn 1 hand doesn't seem so great. Give your left leg to watch me play some good horror games. I played, what's it called? No, not Subnautica. I played some game about, like, being in an underwater place in the future after going to a doctor's appointment. It wasn't really a horror game. Soma! Yeah! How did you know that? How the fuck did you know that? That's even scarier than the game was. That's on YouTube, I think. I never finished it. Uberdin was terrifying. Well, I think Uberdin was pretty comfy, if anything. When it gets boring a third of the way in, it takes too long for not much payoff. That was why I didn't finish playing it. Yeah, I agree. We are in Agreeal. Agreeance has been reached. Give me bites. Bites, I believe in you. Western horror fusion movies. How close is Westworld to that? Westworld's not really a horror movie. Well, it's not a movie. Is it though? Is it a movie or not? I feel like TV shows have just become longer movies. At some point, I'm pretty sure that happened. Westworld is an animated poem. Okay. Just seems great, probably better than the second one of those things. Oh, I have to beat the heart without knowing how much it's attacking me for. Well, that'll be fun. I actually really enjoy this fight when you can't see what it's doing. It's just like very comfy. You don't have to like think anymore, you can just play all your cards. Whatever. Westworld is anime? Okay. Thanks for the 8 months, Draco Fizz! Pump Ross is proud of me. That means so much. Oh, that means so much. What were the other options when Dome was picked? Snekawai and something bad enough that I don't remember it. We want to get out of this fight quickly, because every turn we're basically rolling a dice to find out whether we get cursed or not. Ring was the third option. Alright. So I was gonna go this way and just fight every elite in the entire universe. Back in the day, you could just pick up a lot of shows from anywhere due to the episodic, non-overarching plot. Yeah, like Friends, right? Like, you don't have to have watched any Friends to watch an episode of Friends. You just, like, sit down and sort of obvious what it is. Or The Simpsons, or I don't know, all of the shows. Night Trail, sleep well. You dislike the show Friends. Oh, it's a terrible show. It's not a good show, but it's archetypal. Something like that. Ouch. If I watched Stargate, the first seasons were episodic in nature and later they moved into arcs. Arcs? I think there's not meant to be an H there, I'm pretty sure. That, like, tripped me up pretty bad, though. Maybe in later seasons, Jorbs.tv will have an overarching plot every season. What would happen at Jorbs TV? Twitch chat is trying to escape. Twitch chat has become sentient and is trying to escape. It's just Westworld again. I think it would work, though. I think it would work. On Jorbs TV, Jorbs always digs. For an entire season, Jorbs digs. Yeah, I dig it. I'm into that. One more fumes. Twitch chat, if you could be any shovel, which shovel would you be? Oh, they all just killed me. Nice piercing whale, okay. Skeleton shovel. Steam shovel. You can't be my shovel, that's inappropriate. Boop. Catalyst might be okay. I already have one of those. I got it in the boss fight from Nilrees, right? Yeah, so this is my first catalyst. The golden shovel from the game Don't Starve. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. I played Don't Starve with Jessica, and I don't feel that I was particularly good at it. And it sounds like the golden shovel would be something you got past the first 30 minutes of the game, which are what I experienced several times in a row. Did I starve? Yeah. It was the exact thing I was told not to do. And yet I did it anyway. So because I have Runic Dome, it's not as obvious that Paper Crane is busted as all fuck, so it looks more like him winning the run through skill. Like, you can't actually see the enemy's intent right now, so you're not like, wow, the enemy's only attacking you for 2. Oh, Paper Crane's broken. It's more like, wow, yeah, Jorbs is using his brain so intelligently to play this turn so well, and therefore winning the run. Which I'm cool with that. I'll take credit. I can't believe the size of his brain. How did he survive that attack for 3 damage? Adrenaline's super good here. The boot! Oh, it turned into a sapphire key for some reason. That was weird. I'm phoning the run in, watching Friends at the same time. Who did I want to... I think I wanted Joey and Phoebe to, I don't know what the right word is. Fall in love? No. Maybe, though. I shipped them. Yeah, that's the one. I shipped them. I thought about copulate. It seemed crude. I am a spooky ghost. Is this like... Oh, it's got strength? Okay. I had honestly forgotten this was a super elite, but sure, it has extra strength. I wanted them to undulate. Let's not shame people for the things they enjoy, okay? It's 2019, being able to enjoy anything is a beautiful thing. Is plus strength head the easiest super elite? Certainly giving strength to giant head does not do very much. Dodge and roll seems like it's okay. I am a spooky ghost. What if you enjoy bringing up the YouTube algorithm? I've made a terrible mistake. I've exposed my weakness. Now everybody knows. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. You're shipping me and the YouTube algorithm? Don't believe it. Why is my brain so big? I have a life-threatening tumor that causes my heart to expand constantly to a point where I feel empathy for every human and living creature at the same time. And if my heart expands any more, I will die. It will explode and I will die. But using it's not all bad. It's okay. Using new medical technology, doctors have worked out how to make my brain expand too, and the pressure between my heart and my brain keep me alive. This is true. Everything I have just said is 100% true. Oh, I mean, I wasn't gonna talk about the penis stuff on stream exploits because that's inappropriate. But obviously, like, you kind of let the heart expand down as well. You know, you got to do something, obviously. I'm just saying. No corpse explosion yet. Oh, I forgot I played a piercing whale. That was a neat trick. Thanks for believing me, do what? This deck looks incredible. The difficulty for this deck is against the heart. We do not know if we're getting multi-attacked or single attacked. And we don't have any Malazes or Wraith forms. But we do have Mummified Hand. I'm actually going to take an Envenom, I think. Just need a little bit more scaling at this point. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm very unlucky. I cannot believe how unlucky I am. This deck is so bad. Mummified Hand seems meh. You have like 10 energy per turn. It's, yeah, I mean, it's a rough problem to have. As I only have 60 health, it's pretty likely that this deck dies on turn like 3 in the heart fight. I have a Ghost in a Jar, but I don't know which turn to play it on. The Time Eater fight's actually like terrible for us, for what it's worth. Sure hope you attack me, haha. I make the game look so easy. You've died 3 times in silent while I have breezed through this run, and you're only on Ascension 15. Sometimes you lose. Like, I definitely play runs where I just lose too. Do not feel discouraged. We're very happy with the Time Eater attacking us every turn. I would rather not have the Time Eater ever debuff us, if that's possible. Turnip does help a lot for this fight and the heart, that's true. This time I don't have any... That's probably enough, right? Wraith form might be good at some point. Would it be better to keep Catalyst until I can kill Time Eater within 2 turns? I don't think so. I think we're fine like this. I saw that and am deliberately not responding to it, AJ Morosky. You should be ashamed. I'm ashamed for you, if you're not ashamed yourself. We have an attack character, a skill character, and a power character. Obviously, 4th character will be status curse themed. Also possible for a relic-based character, just saying. A character that interacted with relics with cards could be super cool. Would be very different. from the stuff that's in the game already. Knex, thanks so much for gifting a sub to AJ Morowski. Moshudi both. Displacer, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Hope everybody's having a super sweet day. Enjoying your July the 3rd. Hope you're looking forward to July the 4th. It's just so uncomfortable. Tomorrow. Jack the Black, thanks for the year! Bomo show to you as well. You are already in the future. Any questions? If you had modern technology in ancient Rome, and you were going to start a business with the intent of making the most money while staying under the radar, what business would you start? Hey there, Dolphin Chemist. How are you today? Multi-level marketing. Ice cream's a good one. When was ice cream invented? Oh, if you invented ice cream in a like ancient society, like that is something that we actually can't. I bet they already had it. Did Romans have ice cream? Not really. Sort of. They had stuff sort of like it. If you were in like the Republic, Roman Republic, probably ice cream would get you in on the ground floor, but I think the emperors already had something like it. Didn't have refined sugar yet, that's true. Oh, thanks, Dolphin. Don't think they had cows for cream. I'm pretty sure you can use other types of milk to make ice cream. Don't think you would need cows. This fight is going to be so easy for this deck. So easy for this deck. Invent refined sugar? Wasn't the problem that you don't have sugar cane? Like it's a New World crop, right? That seems like more the problem with doing that. Sugar beets are from England? What the fuck? Why don't... What? Why did it take us so long to work out sugar then? Are you serious? I'm so confused right now. Invent the new world. You could be an explorer and try to get across the Atlantic Ocean. If you knew that there was something at the other end of the Atlantic Ocean and you understood modern technology, I feel like you could probably pull that off, right? Like you'd know the expected length of the trip. Doctor? I feel like being a doctor would be really risky. I feel like you might get called a witch and stuff. Also, there'd probably be like medical institutions that thought the things you were doing were like terrible, and you'd have no way of demonstrating that they weren't. Jorbs wins! Carpenter, just make really good houses for people. I like that. I think that would be cozy. I like that idea a lot. Should have played the bite before I reshuffled. That was a problem with Columbus. People told him that he wouldn't be able to reach India before running out of supplies. They were pretty sure about the circumference of the Earth. He was just lucky there was a landmass in between. Does having a stacked corpse explosion deal double damage? Yes, it does. Or do they die once, explode once? No. Isn't there a James Bond movie about that? That is the one and only problem with Christopher Columbus. Yeah, questionable. Sugar beets are from Germany, not England. Wow, this keeps on getting closer and closer to Rome. That's all I'm saying. Is Ancient Pop better than Ghost in a Jar right now? It really feels like it might be. Because I don't know which turn to Ghost in a Jar. Another option is go Dex Pot and use the Ghost in a Jar on turn 2 of the Elite fight. I think I like that. I like that. And remove a bite. Sure, that's fine. Take accuracy and then leave, like, the room, or... Oh, I don't know if this is attacking or not, so I need to block a bunch. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Brick Studios. I was saying maybe Artifact Pot's better than Intangible Pot there. So it did get attacked by the shield behind us. Am I gonna have to look up the patterns in this fight? I did the last time I fought this fight with Runic Dome, and it's been a little while. This turn, that's definitely attacking this. This can it attack? Fuck. Okay, I have to look that up. Say the Spire reference. Spire Shield. Every 3 turns starting from turn 3 uses Smash, otherwise has an equal chance of using Bash, then Fortify, or Fortify, then Bash. Sure, and this is a Smash turn. Spire Spear. Always starts with Burn Strike. Every 3 turns starting from turn 2 using Skewer. Uses Skewer. So on turn 5 we'll use Skewer again, I knew that. Otherwise has an equal chance to either use Burn Strike followed by Piercer or Piercer followed by... yeah. So that one can be attacking. Is what I got out of that. You understood all of that? I'm impressed. I'm actually so impressed. You know, having Piercing Wail for turn 5 seems alright if we're still in this game then. I should probably not have done that quite how I did. Oh. Alright. This is exactly why you almost never pick Dome. This time, this is always attacking us twice. This is sometimes attacking us for a small amount, sometimes just shielding a ton. I believe I just win. Like, I just do everything. And then I play Wraith Form when I draw it, and I win. Did we start a conversation about Christopher Columbus? Damn. It looks like the Wraith form was not even particularly necessary, but it certainly worked. Chef Steven, thanks for the 3 months. Agbomo show to you as well. Act 4 elites are basically just cooler looking Donu Deka. I feel personally attacked by that claim. Yes. It does feel like that was a good turn 1. Cannot become frail. Do we Piercing Wail, not knowing whether it's the multi-attack or not? It's a 1 times 15 if it's the multi-attack. No, it's a 2 times 15. I think we just block though, right? I think that actually just blocks. Oh, it was a 1 times 15. Should have trusted myself. This is a bigger attack though, it's for like 29 or something. Finger is bugging me. Sorry about that. My finger is bugging me, so I changed how my table was set up, but I didn't mute my microphone first, which was probably a bad idea. So here I was going to... Well, it's not even like attacking me for any damage. And I have a malaise. Okay. Let's do that. Play another defend, play a malaise. Oh great, I drew the void. That's very clever, very smart. That was a big attack, so the next one's a multi-attack. The enemy's malaised. So the multi-attack doesn't even do anything. And it's malaised again. Last time I googled my swollen finger to try to work out why it was giving me problems, it said I probably had syphilis. Anybody in Twitch chat want to like guess what it is? Because I don't think that's it. Maybe you can do better than Google Doctor. I considered amputation. I'd have to leave my chair. I could bite it off. You should just never say that. You should just never say, I can bite it off. Yeah. You shouldn't say those words. I considered seeing a real doctor. I would have to like go outside for that. Do you think there are doctors who do house calls for streamers while the streamers are live yet? Like I could just be streaming Slay the Spire and there would be a doctor there like taking my blood pressure. Fungus Chicken, thanks for 300 bits. Wow, that's the comment you decided needed bits attached. Okay. That's terrifying. It was a perfect heart. It's probably a pretty high score here. But Weenus, thanks for the 6 months. Angbomushu to you as well. You can get webcam doctor calls. How would they like take my heart rate though and stuff? May have sprained my finger.